Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. It's me, Niall, and I'm delighted to be joined by Gregory as we're here reacting to what we've just seen from the Wembley Arena in London, England, as the unbeaten Adam Azim has maintained his perfect record, stopping the former world champion Sergey Lipinets in 9 rounds. Yeah, big step up for Azim, but he passed the test with flying colours. Before we get into today's reaction, please don't forget, if you like our content, we'd really appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all social media. There's always great content at ESPR Boxing on a regular basis. So, yeah, Gregory, pleasure to talk to you. Always great to chat. Let's jump straight into it. Azim stops Lipinets. As I said at the start, a big step up here, a much bigger step up even than O'Hara Davis. Lipinets, a former world champion, even though he is faded, he is kind of in his mid 30s now and on the decline, but still a serious fighter. First of all, what was your kind of idea? What was your thoughts on this fight coming into it? How did you perceive it? And did Azim make it look even easier than you thought? What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, great to speak to you as always, Niall. Niall, it was a really, I, I expected it to be one-sided, but I was very impressed with Adam Azim. Lipinets is a very clever fighter. Nullify your, he knows how to nullify your strengths. He knows how to stop you from being able to do your best work. He done that at times with Adam Azim, but what he done with Adam Azim as well was if he tucked up tight, some of the shots were hitting off his elbows and going down low. And it's not really Adam Nazim's fault, but it's very smart work because at the end of the day, it's still a low blow. So to round it off on a positive, I was really impressed by Adam Azim there. Now I thought it was a really mature performance.
Yeah, I have to agree totally. Just first of all, on what you said there, the low blows, of course, 2 points taken off. It was unfortunate, but I think apart from the low blows, in my opinion, it's almost a punch perfect performance from Adam Azim there against a real quality operator in Sergey Lipinets. I did think coming in, Lipinets, he's well skilled fighter, very kind of, as you say, that Eastern European high guard, technically so solid, big puncher. But I thought Adam Azim, it was a good style matchup for Adam Azim, but even then, I don't think I expected him to kind of dismantle Sergey Lipinets as well as he did. And as you said, the one word you said about that performance, which stuck with me, is the maturity of it. I think Adam Azim over his last two fights has showed amazing maturity and composure. I think he's looking better fight by fight. The O'Hara Davis fight, that was seen as a step up, and he was so composed, so kind of calculated, dismantled him, and proved that O'Hara Davis didn't belong in the ring with him. And then tonight again, I think it was an even more mature, kind of composed performance against an even better opponent. So that's what really impressed me with Adam Azim. It really did. I just think he's looking better fight by fight, and I'm so impressed with how he approaches fights with his mindset. He doesn't try to force anything. He doesn't get greedy with it. He's just so composed and kind of calculated in what he does. So yeah, I think it was a marvelous performance from Adam Azim. I really do. I think it was a great, rootless, spiteful, composed performance, and yeah, job done. Job done. He passes this test, this step up against a former world champion. His own Lipinets' only losses have came against the likes of Jaron Ennis and Mikey Garcia. So that's the sort of company he's in, beating Sergey Lipinets. So yeah, hats off to Adam Azim. The talk is now, what's next? What's next for Adam Azim? It's fascinating. It's a fascinating division, really. Of course, there's the talk of Dalton Smith, who won last weekend himself. Whoever fault that may be, if that fight not happening yet, who knows? But that'll be a huge all British fight. Let's talk about what you think and what you want for Adam Azim next. Let's not talk about world titles yet. Let's just talk about names that he could step up again next. Who would you put him in with next off?
That's a really good question now. What I would say is I really respect Shane McGuigan. I think Shane McGuigan is one of the best trainers in the world. If Shane McGuigan says to us that Adam Azim is the best that he's ever trained, I'm going to believe him. I'm one of these guys. I have shouted for the Dalton Smith fight, but I do believe that both guys are on and fight anyone. I'm not entirely sure Adam Azim is yet, although he's very, very good. So I understand his team holding him back a little bit. It's not what the fans want to hear. I totally get that. But if I'm looking after Adam Azim, I keep stepping him up the levels. Um, it's a tough one now because he could really fight anyone at 140 to 147. To give you a name, I'll be honest, I'm struggling because Lipinets is one of those guys there. It's got to maybe be someone who has given a really respectable title holder maybe a 115, 112 loss and a 116, 112. Someone who's stepped up to real world level who's just fallen a bit short. I think that'll tell us a lot about Adam Azim. So if we can go back and we can look at a few fighters like that, I think that's what I would like to see Adam Azim in against next.
Yeah, it's a good point. Again, as you say, Shane McGuigan, I'm a big fan of as well as a trainer, and I think his praise of Adam Azim is well justified as well. The thing is, with Adam Azim, what we kind of might fail to remember, talking about a potential Dalton Smith fight, is how young Adam Azim still is.
Yeah,
He's only, what, 22. He's won European title. He's beat former world champions already. And I think, he's such a quality fighter. His speed, his footwork, his upper body movement, his explosiveness is just fascinating. So it's going to be a real interesting fight next in a real interesting division, whoever it'll be. I'm going to throw a name at you before we kind of wrap up. I was thinking of this during the fight. And I think stylistically, I think it could be a good showcase fight for Adam Azim. But I want you to tell me, am I talking mad? Is it too soon for Azim for the name I'm going to tell you? It's a former world champion. He fights tonight in Las Vegas. I'm going to say Isaac Cruz. Adam Azim versus Isaac Cruz next. I just think stylistically, I think it could be a real fascinating clash of styles. What do you think of that?
I totally do. I think without me saying that name, I think that's the fight that I'm looking for because he's lost to Jose Valenzuela. He's a really good fighter. I mean, he's got a good a good win over Romero. So he's beat guys who are there, and he's lost to guys who are round about. I think that's a great fight, but that is a fight that Adam Azim needs to be razor sharp now for 12 rounds. He makes one mistake in that fight, he's gone. So yeah, see if I really believe in Adam Azim, I don't think that's a step too far in his next fight. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you agree. I thought you were going to tell me I'm talking crazy there,
No,
but Cruz is
no,
Cruz is a really good fighter. He's great to watch, and as I said, I think stylistically, as you said, if you believe in Adam Azim could go in there and put not a masterclass on against Cruz, but a really, really good performance, with that
yeah,
kind of bull versus matador type of style. But as you said, it needs to be punch perfect. And I think Adam Azim, from what he's shown in his last two fights, he has the mindset, he has the composure to make it a punch perfect performance. I really do. As you said, Cruz has shown frailties, but he's also beat some top operators and gave top operators hell of a fight. So I think that'll be a really interesting step up now. And I think if he's ready for it, why not? Why
yeah,
not step him up there? He's won European titles and he's beat world champions. So let's do it. I think Cruz versus Azim. That's the fight for me. Next,
good fight.
personally, I think that'd be fascinating. But it's good to hear you agree. And yeah, let's just see what happens next. It's going to be fascinating. Whoever he gets in the ring with, it's going to be a step up again. So yeah, that's all we have time for on this one. It's a pleasure chatting to Greg, reacting to what we've just seen from Wembley Arena as Adam Azim has dismantled former world champion Sergey Lipinets in 9 rounds to register the biggest win of his career and maintain his unbeaten record. And yeah, as we said, it sets up some huge fights down the line. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What did you make of Azim's performance? Were you impressed? Hard not to be impressed with that. And yeah, just how far can Adam Azim go? Can he beat the likes of Isaac Cruz and push on to world level? Let us know what you think in the comments. As always, as I said at the start of the video, please don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy our content. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on social media at ESBR Boxing. Always great content coming up on a regular basis. And Greg, it was a pleasure. Speak again next time and take care.
Thanks, Niall.